So I've been, like, I saw this video the other day where it's Arnold Schwarzenegger talking about getting the most out of every hour, every day. And, like, talking about how he only actually sleeps 6 hours a night. And so I decided I was going to try that.
Only sleeping 6 hours a night?
So I stayed up playing Skyrim until like 2 in the morning last night.
As if you needed an excuse.
Yeah. And I have been freaking exhausted all day, but I realized it would take longer to actually adjust to it. And I can run on 5 hours if I have to, because I've done that before. So I think I'll be fine if I do decide to keep up with it. But I don't know.
Interesting.
It's nice to have more time to do things, really.
The evenings go by so quickly.
I spend so much of my day at work. I just want some time to do whatever I want.
Oh, it's the weird one. Hello?
Is that like a little kid Bayonetta?
Yeah, it's the... You'll understand as we go through this. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Without further ado, let's just play Bayonetta. Yeah, that's good. Have you played Bayonetta, Rob?
I started to.
Okay.
And then, like, I got distracted, and you asked for it back.
Ah. Do you like overly complex storylines?
Of course. You know me.
Then you're in for a treat. This, of course, the Super Smash Brothers, the Wii U stage. Which I love that stage. Everyone else hates that stage. They say it's too distracting in the background.
I honestly don't really remember it. But I never played Smash all that much with you guys. There was like maybe about 1 week where I was like trying to make a concerted effort, and I was starting to get better. But I was just like, I don't want to put this much time into it.
Oh yeah. Smash is fun, but only if like you've got people in the house who play it.
I did manage to actually beat Spencer once.
That makes you better than me, I think.
Well, I think it was mostly because Josh was in the fight too. We kind of ganged up on him, which I still count as a win. I don't care.
Yeah, it was a free-for-all.
You have to expect that your enemies might join together against you.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
The conflict between the Umbra and the Loom threw all of them into a chaotic
So we're getting this this lovely like plot dump.
and casualty.
Yeah, I've gotten through like the first couple levels.
It's all about witches, angels, demons, and kicking ass. What else could you ask for?
I don't know. I mean, you even get hair powers.
True. True. That whole suit, that leather suit she's wearing is made of her hair. I actually found out where that came from and why her suit is made of hair.
Why is that?
It's because in like ancient like witch lore, powerful witches use their long hair to cast spells.
Never heard that.
Yeah, it was news to me also. Wow, I missed that actually.
Don't you see this like dragon dude a billion times throughout this game?
Yeah. God, but there were some cool boss fights though. Okay.
I do like a good boss fight.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't have health here, but
In the miracles of their god, pushed the witch hunts further, and soon the Umbra witches, keepers of the darkness, were extinguished from the earth. All
yes.
but one.
This game is amazing, dude. I'm excited. I will die. I'm not going to pretend to be an expert. Complete all difficulties to complete a record and get gear.
I don't know what that is.
I mean, he might be referring... I don't know. I just, like, played through the game twice pretty casually. I found the gear that I liked and that worked for me. I'm still confused. Maybe he's talking about getting everything, like all the upgrade items, which... Well, there are many, and they are very expensive. They cost a lot of halos.
I'm pretty terrible at that little mini game in between levels or whatever.
Oh yeah, the like shooting gallery.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough, dude. Oh, they're all committing Sudoku.
I don't know. It kind of hurts my pride even more because it's like, if it was like a light gun shooter, I'd rock that shit. You've played with me.
I have. We kicked ass.
I mean, I'm not great, but I'm not terrible.
So, we're not gonna go for super long tonight, guys. I'm sick, and I still have a lot of homework to do. And Rob's got the freaking job. So
I got the working class blues.
Working class blues. That's what I was looking for. G-Star, Little Angels. This is the same team that did Devil May Cry. Beautiful Joe.
I've only actually ever played the first Devil May Cry. I did like it, though.
There's the man himself. Oh.
Ken says there are records that if you get them whole turns... Wait, if you get them whole turns into gear, but you end the game with a half one.
Oh, okay.
I still don't get why the hell you drag me out here for these things. I just drop off the merchandise. Hey, bet you can't guess what today is. Reading the good Lord's book ain't gonna do it.
I kind of like this
People have been waiting for this asshole
little...
Enzo?
Yeah, I like Enzo.
Look around. There's no love lost for old Humpty Dumpty. But you gotta keep the outfit happy.
He kind of reminds me of the little Chihuahua from Oliver and Company.
Oh my gosh. That is a very specific but very accurate link to make. Holy hell.
That's what I'm here for.
Now you gotta do some research for me. Is it the same voice actor?
I am not sure. They definitely sound similar.
Jesus, you really get into this shit, don't you? If it were me, I'd be praying he ends up barbecue. Or at least sunny side up.
So other than being sick, how was your day?
I've done a lot of... All I've done today is homework. This is like the only break I get today, so my life's pretty boring right now.
Well, no wonder you feel sick.
Yeah. All work and no play.
Speaking of hungry, we done here. My kids are baking me a birthday cake tonight.
I did beg Work Charlie not to put me in the same station again tomorrow because that would make 4 days in a row.
Oh, God.
What the fuck? They're here? For this douchebag? Ah! I hate this damn light. I can't see a thing. Oh! But they're there, ain't they? You hearing me?
See, he knows.
See them, can't you?
I see them. They are instruments of God, descending upon his heavenly rays to earth.
Oh my God!
Dear Lord, grant us guidance, and keep safe the souls of our loved ones for all eternity.
Oh! He was one of the good feathers in Animaniacs.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Here we go. god, this is so hype. So there's this like 3 worlds stuff in this game. There's like a world of light, a world of dark, and like one in between. And Earth is the one in between, the one that all humans exist in. And then Angels in the light one. But also into, I guess, demons in the dark one. I don't really know.
Yeah, so typical, like, Christian setup.
Let me tuck you in.
Or I guess not even necessarily Christian.
Approving head nod.
But just a general God belief system. Even though there's no like reference to God in these games. But isn't there like a central kind of figure?
Yes. What is his name again? Not Ronan. Is it Ronan?
Next time you want your hands on me, you better make sure I'm dead.
That is a good voice.
Now move out the way.
Oh, he shouted. It is Ronan.
Rodan.
If it ain't my good buddy Enzo, how about you get out of here?
It's weird that like they all pronounce it Rodan, but it's spelled Rodan.
Yeah.
But maybe that's how it's actually the like famous Rodan is spelled. I don't know.
Potentially.
I'm an uncultured swine. I don't care.
Angels deserve a good spanking.
Look at this. She just she just suplexed like 10 angels in a row. And their heads exploded. This is amazing.
The voice of Rodan, or however you say it,
Rodan.
was Lee Everett in the Walking Dead Telltale game.
Wait, that's Lee?
Yeah.
Oh. That makes
Bridger and I
sense.
have been talking about whether we want to play those on here or not. Because I have all of them except for the most recent.
Ooh.
And I'll probably get that too. I haven't played through them though. I keep meaning to.
Huh. That would be fun, actually.
Now, this is cheeky. Throwing me these cheap taunts.
Nugget, Bridger is not on the stream tonight. It's me and Zach.
It's Wednesday, my dudes. Yes! Do a little jig on his head. So, I guess to catch you up, Nugget. This is Bayonetta. She's a witch. She fights demons. The plot will become apparent as we continue past the tutorial that's coming up. Oh, enjoy that child-friendly ass.
No, Bridger is, Bridger takes these days off so that he can try to stay up on his homework.
Yeah, right now he's doing the homework that I spent all day doing.
You're just gonna watch. I'm putting you to the work.
You're up. Oh, the confetti cannons and everything.
So now that I, like, see it, I can hear the voice even better. That little chihuahua, Tito, was Cheech Marin.
Oh my gosh.
Who I have met.
I've met him too. We met him at the same...
You took the picture.
I took the picture.
As long as
I'm a good friend like that.
I don't know what happened to the book that he signed, though. Like, I know I have it somewhere, I just don't know where.
Yes, the joke is that Nintendo... Because Nintendo saved Bayonetta. Or Bayonetta 2, rather. And the joke was that it would become really child-friendly. Okay. Which time?
I'm terrible at getting combos.
Oh. Combos aren't bad, it's getting witch time that's tough. There we go. Let's do the do. Ah, the game just feels so good. Oh.
So, like I told you before, I was trying to talk Abby into going with us to Japan.
Yeah.
Just because I think she'd have fun, and then Shanice wouldn't be like the only girl going. But I was trying to think of good selling points for her. So one of the ones I hit her with, which I think was the best one, is you can drink on the streets.
It's amazing.
You just walk down the street with a beer.
Such a, like, an underrated aspect of living in not America.
And then I also told her about when Yumi and Yokum went to Yakiniku Black Hole.
Don't.
Oh, we're going back.
But not soon enough.
Like, honestly, I could have stayed there longer.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with, like, having to wait an hour to get in the first place.
But we got some nice walking beers.
Yeah, it was kind of fun.
Plus, it ended up...
I wish we had, like, popped into one of the bars, although all of them did have cover charges.
Oh, yeah, massive cover charges. Some of them only for men.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. I assume. Ken, you definitely should. It is totally worth it. And now for the fun story of our trip. So the first time that I went, Zach was already in China for like a summer semester kind of thing, and met me in Japan. So it was my first time leaving our country, and I had to do it by myself. And then I had to meet him at the place we were staying, and I got on the wrong train right out of the airport. So I was lost for like 2 hours, at least.
Oh, yeah. I think it was more like 2.5, 2 3/4. I was scared to death. And my poor baby boy Rob.
And we had no way of getting a hold of each other.
No, I was like, do I talk to the metro security? Do I put out like a missing persons thing?
And like, I was too self-conscious to ask for help, but if you were to get into that kind of situation, there are tons of people around that will help you. And like, you can just ask, hey, I got on the wrong train, which one do I need to get to, like this station?
They all speak, a lot of people speak English, not only younger people. There was one point where we tried to get on a train going the wrong way that was just like not going all the way to the terminal end of the line, just like doubling back. And this old woman was like, no, you're on the wrong train.
Which was a good thing she told us that.
Yeah, we would have died. We would have been dead.
And we wouldn't be dead.
You don't know that.
But once I finally figured out where the train I needed was, I got onto that, but it was going back to the airport. So I had to ride it back. I met a couple of, a Russian couple, and, like, kind of talked to them. They weren't sure that they were on the right train, so, like, I let them know, and they're glad to be on the train. They were finishing their vacation. He had a real good laugh when I told him what I had done. He was actually the one that told me, yeah, just, you know, ask. People all over are very willing to help. But after that, it was just a really fun trip. I was glad that somebody in our group did speak Japanese, but it wasn't absolutely essential for us, because there were like a few days where it was just me and Zach, and we got around well enough. We were able to like get food from restaurants.
Yeah, a lot of points and I want this gestures.
I can't remember which day it was. I think it was the day that we went to Nakano, but we had like stopped at another place first, and that was when we like went through that display room that was all like bathroom stuff.
Yeah,
And we stopped in a curry shop on the way there,
that was good curry.
and the guy spoke a little bit of English.
Yeah, we went to like a Panasonic showroom where they have like fancy talking toilets and ultra modern high-tech light switches.
Like, we were thinking Panasonic, oh, it's gonna be cool electronics, and it was all like house stuff,
Yeah,
which was still kind of
like
interesting.
a little fan when you fart and it turns on. Just to kind of air it around. No, but it was really cool.
I think we went to Akihabara at least 4 times while we were there,
I think 4 times, yeah, 4 days.
because we were there for like 2 weeks.
they hate him down there as much as you did when he was up here. We just need to make sure he won't
I bought
crawling back.
so many Gundam kits that I almost didn't have room for my clothes coming back. I think I had to send some of my stuff with you.
Yeah.
I think that's actually where that One Piece sticker set came from that you gave me.
No, I know where that came from.
I feel like I gave you something One Piece related. I was like, I don't have room for this. Please bring it back for me.
Why would it be a sticker section?
I don't know. I picked up a ton of One Piece stuff while we were there.
I'll tell you where I got that sticker like page. When I bought a piece of luggage in China, and when you buy stuff online in China, they send you like free stuff, right? To kind of like sweeten the deal so you give a good review. I have bunches of stickers. I've still got some.
Enzo.
Hello Kitty.
Like, go for the night. If that is what you're saying, Nugget, have a good night.
Have a good one. Enjoy.
Deep in this town, I've never seen one get wrapped up in a fight with God's messengers.
Oh, his poor car.
Have a little mechanical sympathy, man.
When you end up in the afterlife, that's not going to be pretty.
I can't help it if I like the little outfits. The toys are nice too.
Hey, 20 years ago, you woke up stuck in a casket at the bottom of a lake. All you can remember is that you're a witch. But now, you're stuck because you gotta sacrifice our halo-wearing...
Bayo, you're a witch.
or they'll drag your ass back to
You're a
hell.
witch, Bayo.
I know, I thought I got screwed. But being forced to slap around the divine for a living, it's really getting screwed.
If I needed a biographer, you wouldn't be my first choice. I see to the funeral. You get me the
I know you've had,
that
like, various ways of hiding guns. And you own a fair amount of guns. If you had shoes that you could put guns into where they line up with the heels, would you? Like, not necessarily the same way where she has them in actual, like, stilettos.
No, I wouldn't do that. You've always got your barrel in the dirt.
Not necessarily. It could have, like, a little stop.
Could be retracted. Or a little cork in the end. She's remembering.
After jewels instead of cash, just like a girl.
Someone's given you a present. Too bad. I can't stand bugs.
Has there been any more sightings of the mouse in our kitchen?
No, but we got traps today.
What kind of traps?
Snap.
I was kind of worried that you'd get those and then put them in somewhere where I wouldn't think, and I'd end up like stepping on one.
I already put one in Charlie's room.
Nice. Proud of you.
It's in a place he'll never expect either.
In his socks?
Under his desk.
Ah, good. Did you really?
No, I'm not that mean. Ah.
Heads or tails?
It's just amazing, goofy fun.
Oh my gosh, it's that woman from the start of the game.
There she is.
So then that whole suit is her hair, right?
Yes, I think so.
It's interesting.
She is also a witch.
What's the matter, Bayonetta?
But she's currently under mind control or something. That's actually spoilers for the end, but whatever.
Way to go, just ruin it for everyone.
It's a minor thing, I feel. I'm also on some cold medication, so we'll see if I continue to make sense.
I'm just gonna go chug some more orange juice tonight.
It's a good plan.
I was like super thirsty when I got home yesterday. And so I ended up drinking half a gallon of orange juice. And did not sit well. But then I also had like a bowl of chili because I hadn't eaten in like a long while.
Oh man.
It was worse today.
Orange juice and chili, like if you had puked that up, that would be probably among the top 5 grossest barfs ever.
Says you. It could be Ritz crackers and marshmallows. Bridger's favorite.
My personal favorite is salmon and peaches.
Ew. Although, I think we do make like a peach salsa to go with salmon.
Charlie, hold on. I have to tell you this story. Charlie told me this yesterday that he was making salmon.
No, he was making the I think it was like a mango salsa or something like that.
Yeah, he said it was the peach salsa.
Oh, maybe it was a peach salsa.
And he said that he went and asked someone how to make it better because it didn't taste good at all. And they said, oh, put some sugar in it. So he got what he thought was sugar, but it ended up being salt.
Yes, it was.
So he put a full, like, 2 cups of salt into this tub of salsa. And it tasted, oh my gosh. He said he had to spit it out, but other people were coming over and being made to eat it.
No, I think they still ended up using it. And so, funny story, Jason and I didn't get to eat until the end of service, but we managed to get some of that food.
Yeah.
And so I had done the tofu that they put the salsa on, and Jason got the salmon. And so, we were eating, and I asked him how it was, and he looks at me and said, it's a little more salty than I would prefer. And then I remembered, because, the salt debacle was happening as I got to work.
The salt debacle.
But no, today I was actually on station with Bridger for lunch, and I sent him to go on his break, and I sent the guy doing pasta to go on his break, so that it was out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
And then the guy doing pasta had to leave 45 minutes before service ended.
What? Why?
So Bridger had to cover his station, and Bridger has never worked in either of the stations.
Nice.
So I had to stay and help him because I'm not a dick. when things closed down. And so I got my lunch break like about 1:45, and we closed at 1:30. And then neither of my breaks were like the full amount of time today because I just had too much to do.
Ugh.
Fight long enough in there and you'll really lose sight.
But I survived.
A sudden interest in metaphysics.
It's a balance, right?
At least I think I did.
Yeah. So we find out we were the Shining all along.
If I'm dead, then that means I'm in hell because only hell would send me to that place day after day. I'd burn that place down if I could. I probably shouldn't say that on stream though.
Probably a good idea.
Heaven and hell can tear each other.
Like, I have made comments enough that even if that place burned down from like natural causes or something, I would still get weird looks.
There would be suspicion.
Oh, so many weapons.
The weapon.
Got a little present for you. These babies are special.
It's a photo album. But there's no pictures in it. I know.
What?
He said he had a gift for her.
Why a photo album with no pictures? What is that from? I don't understand.
I made it up.
The Luxembourg there. You made it up.
I made it up because he wouldn't have known her long enough to have pictures.
I guess that's true.
So, him, like, mixing a drink this whole time kind of reminds me of the reveal that the Yakuza team is making a Fist of the North Star game. Because there's, like, a part of the Fist of the North Star trailer where the main guy, I think he's Kenichiro or something like that, I've never actually watched it, he's in a bar and he's mixing a drink and it's like just him saying shaka shaka really fast. Shaka 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 shaka. And I'm just thinking that's probably a mini game and I'm going to love every second of it.
Oh man. Just like the karaoke.
Enzo, her drinks are going on your tab, buddy.
Oh, damn it.
You deadbeat motherfucker.
The claws, hands and feet, whip, sword. There's also the bow, right? The bow I would not really recommend. It's good for some of the challenge levels, but other than that, it's just kind of lackluster.
You got gold. Is there even better than gold? Is there platinum?
Platinum, and I think like pure platinum or something.
Ah, so there was room for improvement.
There's always room for improvement, but I'm not trying to be unimprovable.
Figures.
Where is it?
Find the golden snitch.
There it is. No!
You missed.
Shoot. Well, I got enough for a lolly.
You lose. Give up on life.
Yay. Woohoo! Ignore that save. That's special save data.
It's special.
I guess it's not even that far. I'll just save over it next time.
And what's the point now?
True.
So, I asked around, and some whale in Europe is trying to fence a huge rock on the black market. He calls it the
Why is Maine not part of America?
It's part of some set called the Eyes of
Because I finally got my Christmas list into Santa. That's not actually what I would go for. I always wanted, I presented a bill when I did student congress to sell South Dakota to Canada, except for a specific area around Mount Rushmore. Because I would get annoyed by how many spearfish kids would go to. There's like one of the meets every year. They were always kind of buttheads.
Yeah.
And then I realized I hated doing speech. Not that it's bad for everybody. I also didn't have that great of a coach. How does that thing even stay on her?
I don't know if... I don't think it's like a Tony Stark.
It's like she licked it and just stuck it to her chest.
Like I stuck all those pictures to the wall of the kitchen.
Yeah.
The one that says, I am hepatitis. I am hepatitis.
I love that that's like one of the first things people see when they come into our house. After, of course, passing by our guest book where people write the worst things.
Oh, yes.
We finally had somebody put something in that we had to cross out.
Buh.
Which, I can't believe someone would even think that's a good thing to write in a guest book.
Or anywhere. On any surface. As soon as I find out who it was, I'll pummel them. I'll pummel them.
I got to see my nephew today for a little bit while I was at work.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he came into lunch after we had closed, but before I went on my break. And he had, like, just finished a quiz, so he was done for the day. And I'm just like, that must be nice.
Nice.
So, this is supposed to be paradise?
Yeah. Oh. Let's see, where is it? I think it's actually the other way. Ah, so we're in paradise. We're looking for, well, this city that's supposed to be paradise on Earth. Looking for some clue to Bayonetta's memories, or something along that line.
Smash it!
There we go. I'll eventually get the quicker combo down to get through that, no problem. There's something down there, right?
I don't remember. I guess so.
Yay.
Big ugly key.
Big, ugly key. Ooh, and the crafting part. Oh, I couldn't get on the dodge fast enough. Sweet. Key. Press X to key. Platinum. There we go. You can read stuff.
Hooray, reading.
Here we go, another verse. Yes. Wicked weed.
Something wicked this way weaves.
I was at a drag show. I think we mentioned this at the time that we were streaming that day. But I went to a drag show, and it was a fun time, of course. They were hilarious. Those people put so much effort into it. There was no way it wasn't going to be entertaining. But
Did Shanice perform?
Shanice performed.
I saw a picture of that, and I'm like, I did not know that was going to happen. I might have won if I had known.
It was okay. It was very crowded, which...
Sounds like it always is, though.
Yeah. It's pretty standard. Dang it. Too soon. There we go. Woo!
Running on water.
Like of the Jesus. Ah.
So Ken also does not like the shooting game.
Ah.
Which, yeah, I never got enough points for anything.
It just controls a little too stiffly.
And then he says, I love the torture you do to female angels, lol. I don't remember what that torture is. Like, I do remember tortures in general, which are fun in this game.
Torture attacks are sick. The power attacks are sick during boss fights. Hello. How do they call him? Rodan?
This town's teeming with heaven-sent helpers. It's making my buddies downstairs awfully nervous.
Makes me wanna puke.
And your point is?
I'm sick of these mother effing angels in this mother effing plane of reality.
I thought you were gonna say in this mother effing paradise.
That's good too. We don't need to be told that the store is a place to buy things at. But
It is?
yep.
Oh my gosh! I should go to stores more often. I thought you could only buy stuff from the Amazons.
So the red pigeons, if you kill them, you get special bonus stuff, usually like candy.
Ah. I didn't even see a red pigeon. I felt kind of bad because Bridger was helping me while I was cooking on the Mongolian grill. And so he's laying out all these orders. And I never once questioned if he was getting them right or not. Like, nobody ever said that theirs was wrong. But there was one point where he did ask me, like, which stick was which. And then I remembered, oh yeah, Bridger's colorblind, and he's having to distinguish between a dark blue stick and a black stick.
Oh, heavens.
He managed, though.
Well, good job, dude. The struggle against adversity makes you stronger. No.
I was glad to work with Bridger because he's actually not terrible at it. Like, he's very easy to work with. And I guess he liked that I was training him because I actually train instead of just yelling at him for doing the wrong thing.
No.
But I've also had practice at that because I've had to train a lot of people at that job. I've had to train people that worked in higher positions than me.
Really?
When I was part-time, I had to train some of the benefited cooks that had started after me. And then, I think I was still part-time when the sous chef got hired, and we had never had a sous chef before. And so I had to, like, train him on how the stations worked. It's not like he doesn't know how to make stuff, it's just you know, when you're in a new place, you don't necessarily know exactly how people do things. Iron Maiden.
I'm a bad metalhead. I'm not a metalhead. I can't tell you a single Iron Maiden album.
Yeah, I've never really listened to very much either. So I actually, you know, I listen to Spotify while I walk to work, and today I put on a playlist that was Metal Essentials, just because I was curious what they were going to have on there. And got to a Linkin Park song, and I'm like, well, that's not really. And then a few songs later, it was Limp Bizkit. I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
This is a travesty.
Who made this playlist?
Who is it? James Rolfe, the angry video game nerd, does a lot of metal playlists on his channel now.
Really?
Yeah.
I should check that out. Yeah, get it.
No. Climax. Yes. Here we go.
It's a Dargan. Holy crap. I cannot even dream of clicking a button that fast.
You gotta mash the pass. Boom. Vinyl. Baby.
Like, I remember the first time it ever became an issue for me trying to button mash was on a mini game in Final Fantasy VII. And so I ended up looking something up on the internet, and the trick that I found was, like, you take a pen and you use the other end of it and you just wave that over the button to press it faster, because I cannot press buttons fast.
My technique... See, pure platinum, there we go. My technique is to tense up your arm muscles as much as you can, and just freaking let your body do the work.
Yeah, but I'm not really good at that. I don't have a lot of upper body strength. I'm all leg strength.
True that. Flashback. I remember it as if it was about to happen in a wavy flashback. Those pistolas.
Oh, it's that dragon again. I like how she struts while she's shooting.
Oh yeah, this game has incredible style points. No.
Oh my goodness.
No.
How dare you?
And then there was just me. Oh.
Missed it by that much.
I was close though.
It's like, I enjoy Steve Carell. I think he's very funny. But I didn't really care for the Get Smart movie. I think part of that is that I grew up watching, like, actual Get Smart. And you just can't beat that. It's like, he played that character, Maxwell Smart, but then he was also the voice of Inspector Gadget, which was not that far off from Maxwell Smart.
Okay, I got it. So I've never seen Get Smart.
Oh, I was like, I used to watch it on Nick at Night when I was a kid, and it was one of my favorite shows to watch, like at that time.
Really? Damn. That's not the only iteration of the show, the premise, right? Like, it had movies, didn't it?
Only one movie. It was the Nude Bomb.
The Nude Bomb?
Yeah, as the bomb would go off and it would turn everybody nude.
Interesting. Okay, we're gonna go to the gates of
I don't know
hell.
if I've ever actually watched the movie, but Eric and I have talked about it. All right, see you when you get back, Ken.
Energetic Kim's Gold LP. Got your hands on something awfully rare, haven't you?
Oh,
I feel like I was maybe a weird kid. Like I watched cartoons. There was no doubt about that. But I watched a lot of like old TV shows. It's like I watched 60s Batman, Mission Impossible, Get Smart, I Love Lucy.
you like I Love Lucy as a kid?
Yeah, it was a funny show.
Wow.
I'm not saying it was my favorite, but I watched it. I used to watch Welcome Back, Kotter.
I've never heard of that.
It's an old TV show. It's actually John Travolta was on it.
Really?
A very young John Travolta.
Oh, how very young.
I think that show was maybe from the 70s.
Wow.
Oh, what the hell else did I watch? There was like a few other shows I'd watch on Nick at Night. I enjoyed staying up later.
Let's see. We don't have enough for anything. I will get a...
I remember once as a kid hearing my mom, like she was talking to one of her friends that had come over, and I was playing in the living room, and I overheard my mom say, "I'm worried about Rob. He acts too much like an adult. I don't think he's going to have any friends."
That's hilarious. Aww. I can just, like, sense your mother saying that out of pure genuine concern. And, like, not knowing.
But it's okay, 'cause I have many friends now.
It's true. Well, thanks for getting rid of those, guy.
I used to watch Bewitched, which made me hate the Will Ferrell movie even more. I used to watch The Munsters a lot.
Is that the one that there's the Rob Zombie Dragula song is based off of? Or is, like, a reference to?
I don't know. It may be.
I think it is. Yes.
Because they did have, like, a kind of hot rod car.
The Dragula.
And then the dad was Frankenstein's monster.
Oh, yeah.
I used to watch Three's Company. I love John Ritter. That was like my first real tragic celebrity death. Bro, I was just like, but I've seen so much stuff with him in it.
John Ritter. I don't know.
I know you don't know who it is.
I'm sorry. Three's Company. I know Three's Company. I had a middle school choir teacher who would make us sing old TV show songs.
You've watched Scrubs, right?
I love Scrubs.
He played JD's dad.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that makes... Yes, I know exactly who you're talking about then. Boom, baby. Oh, preemptive mashing is not good here. Boom.
So is it worth it to get like the max bonus?
You only get like 50 more rings. Like it's not, I mean halos, it's not exactly necessary, but it helps.
Yeah, they're pretty much rings. I've been watching Pat play Sonic, the new Sonic game.
Oh really? I heard the new Sonic game is really good.
It looks good. Like I never was into Sonic all that much as a kid because we didn't have a Sega. Mm-hmm. But it's fun.
See, the only Sonic game I ever played and enjoyed was Sonic CD, which it's pretty good. Ah, gotcha, good you bastard.
So, thinking of John Ritter reminded me of a movie. I think you would enjoy it, but I know that you don't really... it's hard for you to get into watching movies.
Sometimes. Depends on the movie.
But I know I'd want to make Bridger watch this because he would love it. So it starred John Ritter, and it's about this, couple... They're about to split up or something like that. Mm-hmm. And, they have kids and blah, blah, blah. The dad ends up getting this new TV package that's actually a deal with the devil. And him and the mom get sucked into the satellite dish. And so they're, having to go through all these, spoof TV shows that are, Satanized versions of, popular shows of the time.
I love it.
It's called Stay Tuned.
Stay tuned.
I don't see any brownies. But I guess good for you if you have them. Oh, when I got home, there was, cookies and biscuits sitting out on the stove. And I was really wondering if we can just, take those, because I'm hungry.
You should have. There's pizza.
I have not had dinner yet. Whose pizza is that?
Mine.
Oh, what did you get?
One is thin crust, so it's square cut for some weird reason, but it's ranch sauce, mozzarella and Asiago, grilled chicken, thick cut pepperoni. The other one's just the standard for me: pepperoni, mushrooms, olives, garlic.
Sounds good.
Their taste. I love pizza. Where did her chess piece go?
Don't make me laugh.
Your little dip in that lake has left you a bit rusty.
Oh yeah, where is it?
Yeah.
Did she take it?
The only rust on me is from the lack of any real challenge. Perhaps you're up for the task.
Oh, so the woman that played the mom in Stay Tuned was Mindy in Mork and Mindy, which was definitely one of my favorite old TV shows. Mork and Mindy starred Robin Williams as an alien.
Really?
An alien from outer space. He was Mork from Mork.
What?
And in later seasons, he had a son played by Jonathan Winters. is like a hilarious guy. Also, a lot older than Robin Williams.
Really?
It made it that much more fun. Is like they have this son that's actually like an old man, but acts like a little kid. Man, I miss old TV.
John, as heir to the clan, the time has come for you to prove your right to fight under the Umbra name. You may select opponents of your choice.
Then allow me to face the outcast.
The child is of impure blood. Challenging her would be a violation of our tenets of faith.
It would not be the first time we faced each other.
Shart?
Will you face me in this hallowed arena? Well, if I must. But I pray you've got a little something for me in return. You know, I'm very fond of stuffed animals.
Ken said the white-haired chick stole her.
Yeah, I saw it, but it was already revealed and given back to Bayonetta by the time the chat caught up to us.
Oh yeah, I wasn't paying attention to the game really.
I noticed.
I'm too busy talking about old TV shows.
Tell me more about old television.
Well, you see, back in the day, we didn't have color TVs. Interestingly enough, when color TV was introduced, people started dreaming in color.
Really, Grandpa?
That was actually something from Persona where I'm like, I really want to check that out, see if it's really true or not, but I still haven't. Because one of the things that you learn, like in class, is that before color TVs, people dreamed in black and white. And I'm like, forever, or just since like black and white TVs were introduced?
How does that work? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, because they would exist in their real lives in color.
Yeah, but it reminds me of a thing I had read before where it talks about the capability of a person's imagination, like developed more as like our society has developed. So like people in the 1940s aren't able to imagine to the same level as like us.
Ha! Take that, imagination scrubs of the past. Our imagination game is strong.
Which I don't know if any of that is even true, but it'd be interesting to kind of think about. Can't really know for sure until we develop our time machine.
Yep.
Oh, I'm still here. Must not have worked.
What if we're the first iteration? What if we have to discover them first?
Or
I don't want to fight the baby heads again.
is it like, kind of like in Dragon Ball Z, where like Trunks fixes the timeline? Well, not really fixes, changes it. But it doesn't actually change his timeline. He still goes back to a future where like everybody else is dead and he still has to go kill the androids. It's only everybody else that gets to have a universe where Goku lives.
Really? I find that interesting. That Dragon Ball Z, I guess even though it's kind of been a staple of anime for so long, like there's a reason why it's like held the top spot forever.
Yeah,
I guess it does have pretty complex storytelling methods.
at least occasionally. I don't know, like over the I think it's within the past couple years I rewatched Dragon Ball and I watched the sub and then I was watching the sub of Dragon Ball Z and there's a lot of stuff that just changes between the series.
Really?
Well, like senzu beans.
Yeah.
In Dragon Ball, when they're introduced, all they are is an item that gives you a full stomach. Like, it's an entire meal in a bean, pretty much. Or it might have been, like, even multiple days' meals worth.
Wow.
But all of a sudden in Dragon Ball Z, it's this magic pill that will heal anything, even broken necks. Red Crow.
There we go.
Or, there's like this weird rule about wishing people back to life with the Dragon Balls that, like, it gets brought up in Dragon Ball Z, but it's never actually explained, because it's explained in Dragon Ball that, like, they can't maintain a corpse for more than a year before it's too far gone to even be worth bringing a person back. Which is, like, really impressive to think about when you realize that it was brought up in the first series.
That is true. Wow.
So there's like a point where I think it's Master Roshi, Krillin, and maybe one other person are all dead. But it might just be those two. And they actually put them into capsules to keep their bodies while they look for the Dragon Balls. Kind of like cryogenic freezing, I guess.
Ooh.
Oh. I don't know if this is spoilers or not, but this guy, like, can't actually see Bayonetta, can he?
I think he... No, but he has some way of, like, interacting with her, because they talk.
It's like he can sense her presence. Like, he knows about all this stuff that's happening around him, but he doesn't actually see any of it.
Sayonara.
Ah. Ken says he can't see her, but he smells her.
That's right.
Such a wonderful floral bouquet. With its subtle hints of rosemary. You know, in the language of flowers, rosemary equates to remembrance. Which doesn't quite equate to you, now does it? Bayonetta. Shit! Will you stop that?
That little Bayonetta was a nice touch. Seeing you here, I suppose it wasn't the only one. You certainly knew, haven't you, my little shapeless?
I'm not your pet. The name is Luca. A name you better remember. Ah! Shit! Damn it! Wait! You can't just run away from me like that! I know what I saw that day!
Oh, flashback!
The lake. The scarf.
The scuba.
The casket.
Father!
That was that voice acting. Holy cow.
Sure, my colleagues laugh at me for chasing fairy tales.
That cat had the thickest neck.
But I know they're real.
thick.
You got a problem with fat cat?
THI-double-C. No, I like a fat,
Oh no!
fat cat.
Smell. It's the same smell that clung to the air the day my father was murdered. Which means I'm right on your doorstep, Bayonetta.
I'll let you in on a little secret, Cheshire.
The name is Luke.
So he can hear her, right?
Mm-hmm. And see her in reflections.
Okay.
You need to hone your sense of
Like a reverse vampire?
There's no
Kind of.
in the perfume.
After all, Rosemary's a demon repellent.
Have you ever heard why vampires were like in the myth didn't show up in mirrors?
No, why?
Because most mirrors in the time when the vampire myths like were first made were backed with silver.
Oh.
So they weren't able to be reflected in silver.
Just like one of them werewolves.
Well, no, werewolves have reflections.
Yeah, but silver kills them.
Yes. Ooh, a
Oh.
tuba. Or is it? Some kind of horn.
It is a horn. Yes! Bring it on! Boom.
Dag, yo.
There we go. No rest for the wicked.
Oh, it's another one of these big boys.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry there's not... Oh, crap. I was trying to talk. I'm just going to finish this chapter, this verse, and then let's call it for the day.
All right.
And someday we'll return back to Bayonetta. But this game is amazing. Everyone should play it. I'm glad to see that Ken's already played it. He seems to have good taste in games, so it's no wonder. Maybe someday if we can get the Wii U, if we can get video capture off the Wii U, you can play Wonderful 101 if you're interested.
Yeah, that one I like only barely got to start on it, but I was also really, really bad at it.
Yeah, I also do not understand the combat of Wonderful 101 that well. I never really finished it. Woot. Okay. Well, if anyone's still out there, thank you so much for being with us today. Do you want to take us out while I change the screen?
You know, in my day, there was a thing called... Nah, I've got nothing. That's it, I'm running away.
Run away!
Run away like a coward!
Like a...
We'll see you guys tomorrow with Skyrim!